Hello everyone! Happy end of the month slash I think at the time you all are watching this it will be December already, but welcome to my best and worst of beauty for November. Oh man, we're almost done with 2018 and honestly thank God. But to finish out November here, I have got products. I've got some bad products, I've got some mediocre products, and I've got some amazing products. Like, pretty sure at least one of these products, maybe two products, are definitely moving to Holy Grail status. So good. I found some great stuff this month that I'm very excited to share with you guys and give you some updates on some of these products that I have tested out this past month. So grab a snack, grab a drink, whatever you need. These videos are always quite long, but I'm glad you enjoy them for the most part. So let's just go ahead, sing the song together, and then we can start climbing my pyramid. Go from the worst product of the month on up to the best. We can do it together. It's the best and worst of beauty, whether good or bad, here's the down and dirty. So to start off here, I was so sad. I wanted this to work so bad because it's so pretty, but you know, not everything can work out. So I have this. This is one of the Butter London Glazing Eyeglosses. This is in the shade Oil Slick, and it's one of those like jelly eyeglasses, I guess you can say. So it's a very strange, wet kind of a texture, but oh, it's so pretty. It's one of those purpley taupe brown kind of a colors, and then it's got the blue reflux to it and some green as well. I mean, it's one of those things that I wanted to have so that I could just slap it on my eye and go, you know? Like, it looks like you put a lot more work in because it is so multi-dimensional, the color, but in reality, you didn't do much. And also in reality, it just doesn't work for me. I mean, it applies nicely, it really does. It can be sheared out, it can be built up, but because it is that wet jelly kind of a texture, I find it really hard to blend out in the sense that there's always kind of a weird harsh line to it where the product ends. That doesn't really bother me too badly, but the thing that really bothers me is that no matter what I do, no primer or primer, this stuff, it creases so badly on me. I don't know if it's because it's a wet product, but it ends up drying down, so I didn't think that would be a problem on my oily lids, but unfortunately it's a problem on my oily lids. It just looks horrible by the end of the day. So while this is very pretty and I really like it, I can't use it. It just doesn't work. And I mean, yeah, it would be just as easy, I suppose, to grab an eyeshadow. There are plenty of eyeshadows that are like this reddish brown purple with the blue teal reflux to it. There's plenty of eyeshadows like that that I definitely own. I can just use that, I know, but I wanted this. But it doesn't work for me. So on to the next thing. From here on out, I really do have nothing but good products, but we're kind of in the mediocre slash it's good, but I don't know, I feel like I would recommend something else over this, but at the same time, I do like this thing. It's just kind of a wishy-washy gray area of makeup that we're going into here. And some of you might be surprised at this based on my review, but I feel like I talked about this in any case. I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry Palette. Don't get me wrong, this is a gorgeous palette, and I really do like it. But it does have its issues for me. The glitter in here, for whatever reason, I don't know what it is about this palette, because I haven't had this problem with Anastasia palettes in the past. But some of these shades, the glittery ones, I don't know if it's because they're so like chunky kind of glitter, but the fallout throughout the day is just atrocious. It's really bad. Even when I use a primer, sometimes I do get that fallout. I feel like you have to use a glitter primer with a lot of these, and that's just annoying to me. Is it the biggest deal breaker? No. And I do think these shades are gorgeous. I love that you've got a huge array of mattes and the shimmers. They all work so beautifully together. I did my typical review of this palette video. If you missed that, I also did my tutorials video where I showed 3 different looks and how to get them with this palette. So if you want to watch those, you missed those, you can definitely get a better idea of how this palette performs in those videos. But I like this palette. I just prefer other palettes, you know what I mean? But at the same time, these are my colors. I love these shades. And also, you probably already own a lot of these shades. That's another reason why I put it so low on the pyramid here. I mean, if you have the Naked 1 and Naked 2 palette from Urban Decay, you pretty much have most of these colors, with the exception of things like Bloom. But I mean, the quality is there. but it's also not there with some of them. You know, I hope you guys get what I'm saying. It's a good palette, don't get me wrong. I just, like I said, there are other palettes out there that I like better, and I also hate the glittery packaging. It's beautiful, but the glitter ends up coming off on my fingers, and that's just annoying. Third thing on the pyramid here, next up I have got a concealer that originally in the video where I tested this, I was like, meh, but then I've really grown to like it, you guys. Is it life-changing? No, but you know, now that I have it, I like it. This is the Kaja, I'm still probably pronouncing it incorrectly, Catnap Concealer. This is for the under eyes. It's like one of those peachy, salmony kind of a brightening, supposed to be concealers. And in the video, I remember, cause like even in real life here, it's like, you know, I use it and I'm like, did it make that big of a difference? But then I see it in a photo or like on video here, it actually makes a pretty big difference using this underneath my eyes under my concealer. I think it's because it's kind of a more sheer formula, and I've been using I mean, it's not a sheer concealer this month, but like a sheerer, so I feel like it all mixes together and it just looks really lovely under the eyes. It also is prone to not creasing much throughout the day. Like initially, after I apply it, you know, it goes on nice and smooth and creamy, it's very blendable, and then I do get the initial creasing, like I always do. I have very creasy under eyes, but I just blend that out, you know, put on my setting powder, and then throughout the day I barely ever have any creasing. Other concealer and foundation and stuff goes on really nice over the top of this. Like I said, it's this far down on the pyramid because like, am I ever gonna buy it again, or like, do I need this? No. But now that I have it, like, I'm using it and I don't hate it. So yay for that. Yay for catnap concealers, because Lord knows I don't have any time in my days to take cat naps. Plus I kind of hate naps. As much as I love them, I hate them afterward. I hate how I feel after a nap. And then I can't sleep later that night. Anyways, let's move on. Last thing on the bottom of the pyramid, again, this is not a bad product. I actually quite like it, but it is not my favorite in the whole world. I have got this. It's another product from Kaja. It is the Mochi Glow Highlighter in the shade Toy Alien. Now, this is, they say, a cream to powder formula. I disagree. Nothing about this is creamy to me. Like, it's really silky smooth, but it's just a powder through and through, if you ask me. But I really like the compact. I think it's really cute and round, and you know, it's got a little mirror in there, and it's a highlight. It's beautiful. It's very subtle. If you like wham bam in your face, on your face highlighters, you're gonna hate this because this is very subtle, but I personally like that about it. It is so natural and glow from within kind of a look. I just like to rub my finger in here and then swipe it on my cheeks and then dip a highlighter brush in here and blend it out. I think it looks really, really pretty, and like I said, it is just that natural lit from within glow that I personally really like with a highlighter. Like, I feel like people would look at me and think I'm not wearing a highlight, but like I look glowy. I like that kind of a look. But I do know that's not for a lot of people, especially on YouTube. But to me, I like this highlight. It lasts all day as far as I know, maybe a little bit of fading, but really nothing too bad, and it's got a nice snap closure, and it's a good highlight. Like I said, it's not my favorite highlight in the world, but it is really, really pretty. Now, moving on up to the next tier of my pyramid, I've got a mascara that, I'm considering buying it, you guys. And that is rare for a high-end mascara. This is the Hourglass Caution Mascara in Ultra Black. Oh, excuse me, Extreme Lash Mascara. I've got this little sample here that I'm pretty sure I got in like a Sephora play or something. Oh yeah, was this in one of the luxe ones? Either way, I really very rarely ever feel like a high-end mascara is worth spending the extra money on. I'm trying to think. The only other one I can really think of, at least off the top of my head, is the Benefit Roller Lash. That one's really nice. The It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara is really nice. And now this one's really nice. I really, really like this mascara, you guys, and I'm pretty sure it's way past being done. I shouldn't use this anymore, or at least I need to put some drops of contact solution in here to revive it again. But I love this mascara. I think it is a very natural, fluttery looking mascara. It gives the perfect amount of volume to the root of your lashes, but then really kind of feathers and fans it out so they just look so fluttery up top. I love the way that this mascara looks. Like I said, it is more of a natural natural mascara look. I mean, you can definitely amp this up with something like the CoverGirl Supersizer on top of it, but I really like this mascara as is. For the most part, I get barely any flaking with this throughout the day. Maybe a couple little flakes here and there if my eyes are being particularly sensitive and I'm touching them more than usual, but no smudges, no flaking for the most part. And also, this isn't a waterproof mascara, but it acts pretty freaking waterproof. There have been a couple times where I have cried in this mascara. I think I mentioned this in my previous, most recent live stream, but watching shows on Animal Planet and stuff where I just like end up sobbing over the animals. Really, I'm crying. It's a cry factory, and this somehow stays put. Like, it doesn't end up bleeding or anything. I don't know how it does it, but it's really good, and then it's really easy to take off at the end of the night with something just, you know, micellar water, Pond's cold cream, whatever you have. So I really like this mascara. I like that it's in a triangle too. I think it looks cool. The wand is not, like, everything about this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy the full size, which like kills me because I don't think you need to buy anything more than a drugstore price mascara to get a good look. But something inside of me really wants to, so we'll see, maybe, but it's a nice mascara. I really like it anyways. And then, if you remember me mentioning the concealer I've been using this month, it has been this one. This is the last thing from Kaja that I'm going to present here on my pyramid. I'm sorry, but you know, when I do a full face of first impressions, a lot of the time, I like testing out the products further because I like getting a better impression on them. And then I can report to you here at the end of the month. So this concealer, I love this concealer, you guys. It's really, really nice, and it's not too expensive. I think, wasn't this like 19 bucks? I have the shade Waffles, which just makes me really happy. I'm pretty sure all the names of this concealer are yummy, fluffy foods like that. Angel food cake and waffles and stuff. It just makes me happy. I know it's a stupid thing, but I like it. And it is a bit like runnier or thinner of a concealer, but it performs so well. This is one of those concealers that not only does it do pretty good underneath foundation and whatnot, like it gives a pretty darn close to full coverage, even though it is a more watery consistency. Like, it's nowhere near as thick as something like the Tarte Shape Tape, but it blends out so nice and smoothly. If you want to wear this, or if you want to do a look where you're just wearing concealer and no foundation, I feel like that can be so hard for me sometimes because, you know, a lot of concealers out there, they're very stark, they're very full coverage, and then you can tell you're wearing concealer, but this one blends out so beautifully. There have been so many days where I've not wanted to wear foundation, but I still have some blemishes I want to cover up. This does it, like, so beautifully, and it just blends into the skin. The skin looks smooth and nice and even after using this and covering blemishes. Lasts all day, very lightweight. I mean, I have no complaints, I don't think. I really like the packaging, like everything about this, just tick mark, tick mark, tick mark. It's a really good concealer, and I would highly recommend it to anybody. It does well on my dry zits, it does well on my oily zit? I don't know, my normal zits? Like, I just think it works really well on my whole face overall, so yeah, I would recommend it to anybody. And then last thing on the second tier of the pyramid, this might surprise some of you. I just have found other products that I like more than this, just in general, but not necessarily in this category, but also in this category. But I mean, overall, this is still a wonderful product, especially from the drugstore, and it is this one right here. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Candid Natural Finish Anti-Pollution Foundation. I have the shade 120 Buff. Comes in a nice squeezy tube with a pump on it. You do get less than the typical 1 ounce of product. This is 0.75 ounces, but I never really go through a foundation nowadays anyways, just with this being my job. So to me, it's not that big of a deal, but to some of you, it very well might be. But I love this foundation, you guys. It is gorgeous, and so many of you in my Let's Test video when I tested this said this is the best foundation you've ever seen on my skin, and it is. It is lovely. It really, really reminds me of the Revlon Color Stay foundation, which I mean makes sense, but this one is a bit more dewy. Like, it's a bit more natural looking. Not that the Color Stay looks unnatural looking, but something about this just looks more skin-like. It is very buildable, and it lasts throughout the day very nicely. My only like gripe with this stuff, I guess, is that it can get real cakey real quick if you are building it up past just the one layer of foundation, so you do have to be careful about that, but otherwise you can get such good coverage. It is just gorgeous. I love the finish of this. Like I said, go watch my review on it if you want to see how this looks. It's just stunning, especially from the drugstore. This has become one of my very favorite drugstore foundations, and just foundations in general. It is lovely. How many times can I say that? But it is. It's just gorgeous. It can feel a little bit heavy once my oils start coming through and mixing with it, but just blot it off and then it feels perfectly fresh and normal and lightweight again. It's pretty darn transfer resistant, and just overall, it's a real good foundation that I could actually see working on a lot of different skin types, be it normal, probably even dry, oily. It's just really good all around. Now next up is a perfume here that I didn't even know existed. One of you all sent this to me, so thank you so much. I have been loving this fragrance, which like I pretty much guessed I would, because I don't think I've ever tried a Marc Jacobs fragrance that I don't adore. But this one has just been added to it. This is the Marc Jacobs Daisy perfume, Oh So Fresh, and this is in the Twinkle form. I have the Marc Jacobs Daisy, I've got the Daisy Oh So Fresh, now I've got the Daisy Twinkle. I've got a lot of Marc Jacobs perfumes. The Ladybug one, the Dream one, like they all smell really good. Very similar, but they all smell really good, and I do really like all of them. I think it's adorable with these little rubbery flowers on here. I haven't put on perfume today, so it is more of like a summery scent. I feel a little inappropriate wearing it in the winter, but at the same time I don't care because it smells so freaking good. It is oh so fresh, if I do say so myself, but it's got that watery floral to the freshness, and then with this one's got a hint of berry that I feel like the normal Oh So Fresh doesn't. Like, to me, the Twinkle, the difference, the thing that makes this twinkly is the berry scent, and it's kind of like a raspberry kind of a berry. It's just delicious. Ugh. I love this fragrance. I get so many compliments when I wear this, like so many. When I go to give someone a hug, they're like, oh, you smell good. And I'm like, I wish I could say that was me, but it's my perfume. It's just lovely. And this lasts a long, I mean, all day really. It definitely has a longer lasting power. Why did that sound so incorrect? But this has a much longer lasting time than the Oh So Fresh. I feel like the Oh So Fresh on me, that one has more of like a 4 to 6 hour potency time, but this lasts all day. It's real good. It's real nice. I really like it. It kind of reminds me of Taylor Swift's perfume, the one in the purple bottle, which I also love, but this one has a more fresh scent rather than that one having like that heavier vanilla scent to it. So real nice. Thank you again to the viewer that sent it to me. I really love it. And like I said, I had no idea that that perfume existed. I'm pretty sure it said on the box that it was a limited edition scent. So if you want to get it or try it, maybe hop on that. The second to the top product on the pyramid, you guys, I have you all to thank, because I think it was in my last Best and Worst of Beauty video. I was talking about a product, an eyeshadow crayon stick thing that I loved, but I only loved the color of it. Like, the formula was crap on me. Like, it just didn't last well. And so a lot of you gave me suggestions because I asked you, like, please, I need to find a replacement that actually works on me. And you guys, a lot of you anyways, suggested these. This is one of the Laura Mercier Caviar Stick eye colors, and this is in the shade Moonlight. It is almost an identical match to that product I was talking about last month, you guys, and this works so beautifully. I have used one of these caviar sticks before from Laura Mercier. I'm pretty sure we got, you know, like a deluxe sample of it in a Sephora play box at one point, but I hadn't tried this Moonlight color, and it is perfection. It is everything I wanted and everything I love. It's so easy to apply on the lids. It glides on smooth and nice and not tuggy. It is buildable. You can wear this sheer. You can definitely build it up. It blends lovely, so there's not that stark line like the Butter London gloss did on my eyes. It's just this beautiful taupey pewter kind of a brown shade. Like, it's lovely, and it's so perfect for every day. It just adds that little tiny extra bit of oomph to your eyes if you're not wanting to wear eyeshadow like a whole look. Maybe, you know, just this and mascara. It looks gorgeous. It just looks so fresh and young and delightful. I love this, have been loving using it. I do have to use an eyeshadow primer underneath it. I shouldn't say I have to. This one I actually can wear on its own, and it will crease a little bit, but not terribly noticeably. But I wear an eyeshadow primer underneath it because I just want it to not crease. But overall, the lasting power on this is fantastic. It also works works if you want to put eyeshadow on top of it, but just alone, it's gorgeous, worth every penny. This is one of the few things that I bought during the VIB sale, and I'm so happy I did. So thank you guys for recommending this to me. This is going to be a staple in my makeup collection for probably forever. And now, top of the pyramid, you guys. I'm so in love with this product, and honestly, I don't think I ever want to try out, I mean, I shouldn't say that, because I do love testing new makeup, but honestly, I never need to try out a new foundation again. This stuff is perfection. I just want to sing to this foundation and also whisper how much I love it, because I love it so much. It's so precious. I have to whisper and be gentle. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Light Soft Matte Hydra Makeup. I have the shade 1 and 2. You guys, I don't think I can really truly express how much I love and think this foundation is perfection. It's beautiful. It brings me back to my high school days when I wore the Double Wear Light, but now they have this matte version that is perfect for my oily skin. Like, it is gorgeous. Try and tell me my skin doesn't look flawless with this on. I don't believe you, and I won't believe you because I love it and I think it looks gorgeous on my skin. It is buildable. It blends so quickly and beautifully and just evens everything out, makes it look so smooth and filtered, and I look almost poreless, like just gorgeousness. And this stuff, if you have oily skin, this actually controls your oils. Ho, 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 my lord. Santa Claus, was that you? Ho, ho, ho. I appreciate it. This foundation is a Christmas miracle, but it's an actual everyday, all year miracle because I can't wait to wear this in the summer. Oh my gosh, like I said, this actually controls my oils and makes my skin less oily throughout the day. And even when my skin starts to feel a bit oily, it doesn't look oily, like at all, but then I blot my face and my blotting papers are just as oily as they would be with any other foundation that I try. This stuff is worth every single penny. If you have, I would say, combo to oily skin for sure, you're gonna adore this stuff. Estee Lauder tends to have a wonderful selection of shades. I feel like this one, because it is a bit newer, doesn't have as extensive of a shade line as their normal Double Wear and Double Wear Light foundation, but hopefully with time they will come out with more shades. But there are a good selection to start with here. And like I said, I really don't ever want another foundation on my face. It is just lightweight, lovely, perfection. Like whenever I go to reach for another foundation other than this one, I'm like, oh, but my Double Wear Light matte foundation though. Oh. It is that good. Like, if I could only choose to wear one foundation for the rest of my life, this would be it. No questions asked. So yeah, there you go, you guys, just in the nick of time. I don't think I'm gonna have any kind of daylight overcastness here for too many seconds longer. I hope you enjoyed this roundup of products for my best and worst of beauty this month. Definitely let me know down in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. If you have tried out any of these products, what are your thoughts on them? Do you want to try out any of these products? Which ones are your favorites or on your most wanted list? Also, let me know what you were loving and hating this past month in your beauty routine. Really, I do. I just love hearing from you guys, and I love getting recommendations from you all. Like I said with some of these products here, you guys, y'all are lovely, and I appreciate you so much. I hope you had a wonderful month of November and are going to have a wonderful month of December ahead of you to round up the year of 2018. This year's been a bit of a roller coaster for me, but you know, I'm gonna try my best to make December a good ending. Also, aside from leaving me a comment, I would really appreciate it if you let me know that you enjoyed this video by giving me a thumbs up down below. I think I said this, but I would really appreciate it. And if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!